Was lucky that that ball wasn't returned. It was caught in the air. Could have been returned.
Smith, the tailback, cuts it off the left side and bowls his way out to the
from this staff until training camp, so it took a little while to get comfortable.
Rudock with the fake, throws to Jake Butt, his All-American tight end, and Butt has a first down at the 40.
Spoke to Harbaugh about going to the NFL. They both decided he'd come back, so whoever the thrower is next year gets a pretty good one.
Greg Johnson checked into the ball game, and this,
when studying him at Iowa, I always liked him.
What a run. That was outstanding. They had trouble with a handoff. He had to wait for...
When there's a lot of bodies running around and getting positive yardage.
And he's a load at 5'11", 228. Great cut. Inside the 30, 25, still on his feet down to the 20.
The linebacker and getting hold of him.
Multiple formations. Rudock under pressure. Didn't have time to set his feet as Antonio Morris.
NFL future guys.
The co-defensive coordinators had seen enough. They decided they were going to blitz that time. Now back to the ground game with Drake Johnson. 48 yards rushing so far for the Michigan backs. Smith. Power run inside the 5 to about the 4. It will be second and goal from there. Harbaugh is out to the right, single coverage with Hargraves. They will go to the left. Greg Johnson, touchdown.
What a great run. I mean, just blown up at the point of attack on the inside, but a wonderful block by the fullback, Joe Carey.
Frisco 49ers bizarrely parted ways with them. How they couldn't come to an agreement, nobody's really sure. Drive right up the middle to look at because they executed exceptionally well on the first drive. Complete pass to the sideline. J.U. Chesson, and Chesson dives.
Soda game, so a nice battle for the spring quarterback job at Michigan.
Smith on the draw on 2nd and 10. Room to run for Smith.
But this will be a more traditional laces up.
3rd and 2. Rudock drops back, throws wide in.
Might be pretty top heavy, so this might be good timing for the young Taylor.
Fake to Smith. Rudock throws and off the hands of his All-American.
Been being pushed around a bit though here for Florida, which is shocking.
Smith had his helmet ripped off. And Homa is the tailback. They have 2 fullbacks in this formation. And Homa will only get back in the line of scrimmage because
a little healthier now. He can be a force.
He could have easily come out a year ago in the draft. Out in the flat and not much there for Grant Perry. If you can back it up.
You can still hit mute occasionally.
Rudock. First down and more. J.U. Chesson into Florida.
So that big win has been surging upwards.
Smith shakes 2 tackles and powers forward for a couple of yards. 75 pounds, he can run. Smith breaks it down to the 31-yard line.
Around almost ever since, except for last season when Drevno spent a year at USC.
Can't find anybody and throws it away.
And I understand why Harbaugh's mad. That's not necessary.
4-man rush. Rudock going deep. Chesson is by himself. Somebody blew a coverage in the Florida secondary.
This is the side of the coverage you're going to watch. Hargraves, no reason to jump that. There's no reason to jump that, especially when the risk of that.
Smith, the deep man in the eye. They fake it to him. A good decision by Rudock just to throw.
It's a little different here today. Kind of felt that way.
Smith hit near the line of scrimmage, powers his way for about 5 yards. And everyone believes he'll do a great job at Florida. Rudock floats it. Great catch. Flag is down at the 36-yard. Blitz coming. They timed it beautifully, but they're not going to catch Wayne Johnson. Or Drake Johnson as he gets to the outside. First down to Florida, 46. Smith grabbed and ridden down by Jared Davis.
In their language, instead of the other way around. Kind of interesting.
And very unselfish. Perry is open. Tailback behind Carriage. And the big guy rumbles off the left side. See him. Butts on the left side, Williams on the right. Homa makes one man miss and then lowers his shoulder and burrows to the 9K toward 2 minutes. Johnson out in the flat. Drilled out of bounds by the middle.
Has a really bright future.
Chesson goes in motion. Johnson gets the handoff. Johnson inside the 3. Rudock with time and throws intended for Jake Butt. He was double covered. Nice job by line of scrimmage. No fullback in this set. Smith ran wild early. Boy, broke 2 tackles, will pick up a couple of yards to the far side. Smith will go in motion. Rudock short set. That pass is tipped and then caught. Darboh makes the catch to the right. Fullback on the field for Smith, and he'll get the carry, and he is drilled. Straight up the middle from the 49. Fake one way. Throw it over the middle to Jake Butt. And where they... Davis certainly got the worst of it. He's still on the sideline. Smith again. Grabbed around the neck by Bullard.
Bullard doing exactly what Brantley did the play before we showed.
Rudock on the roll and almost pulled in by Chesson. What a...
Back for Florida.
But still on the field as he delivered a blow. This pass is complete for another
Position.
Smith again. Big hole. May have another
Turnover, and all of a sudden Michigan gets the ball and starts driving.
Whoever Homa blocked, he just buried him. Smith again. Nice hole. Need to reach the 8.
This has a terrific offensive line. I mean, they've built
unusual formation there, and then they fumbled a snap. Looked like Rudock got it back. They split the fullbacks.
this series at all.
Slant pass almost picked, but it's a touchdown to Grant Perry. That was so close to a pick six. Marcus May read it beautifully.
I mean, May misses that by...
Michigan would like nothing better than a sustained drive and just put this thing away. Smith will pick up 3, maybe 4.
Yeah, you're starting to see with how much they've been on the field.
Shift both tight ends to the right and then send Butt back to the left. Rudock. Chesson beats Hargraves. Runs up.
Chesson has beat Hargraves. Just had the inside on him the whole way. Jake Rudock is on the money, isn't he?
Yes,
and this is fit to play in a bowl game than last year at Iowa.
Chesson has 118 yards on 5 carries.
Scoop before you lay down on an operating table for him.
Smith got close to the one before he was pushed back.
Here, guys, if there's another transfer, bring him on.
3rd and goal. They give it to the fullback, Homa, who just bowls his way into the end zone. His 5th. I don't know that I have ever been around anybody who loved the game any more than he did. Just the game, just line up any.
Before he got that job at Stanford, and just the word that comes out to me is grit. He's just a gritty guy, and it shows up on his team.
Rudock's going to keep. Dives forward. He's got enough for the first down to the 28.
Trips and all of that stuff. What a good deal to have your 2 sons turn out like this.
Blitz coming. They pick it up, giving Rudock time to throw. He gets it to the big guy Homa out in the flat, but he used the fullback and used them extensively. It has become a specialty position. Almost caught by Darboh. Chin, I think that's the concern there. And then Darboh.
That penalty's declined. Personal foul. Face mask. Defense. Number 6. 15 yards.
Smith, the deep man in the eye, he's had a really good ball game. Picks up a couple here. Four-man rush. Rudock steps up. Gets as much as he can and gets out of bounds.
Rely on a transfer once again with John O'Korn transferring in from Houston, eligible next season.
Here's another tight end, Khalid Hill. He's
for Rich Rodriguez. Of course, Rodriguez left a guy named Denard Robinson around after they were able to do at Stanford.
There's a lot to be said for that. Rudock.
You know, I played at the University of Washington, so to see what still got the headset on with glass at the end of the nose.
Draw play to Drake Johnson, gets outside, lost the ball, but it's out of bounds. In heaven's name would you have to change the culture at a place like Michigan? A lot of people, a lot of places needed their cultures changed. Yes, he was eagerly welcomed by the alumni. Rudock tries to split two defenders, gets down to the 7-yard line. That ball. Third down, Rudock. Wide open, Drake Johnson, touchdown.
I love the heel click. Careful.
Yeah,
I've been on teams that end the season with a good win like this. It's amazing what this can do for you going into the offseason. And I know there's some questions. Probably, oops, almost didn't get his heel click in because he had the stuff.
Michigan will take over after the fake punt. Smith still in the ball game. Dancing in the backfield.
Sound effects of Berman for those runs and blocks.
Rudock over the middle to a Chesson has gone to the locker room. He looked fine, although remember he took that shot when his head hit the turf after this. Rudock short set trying to throw, had it knocked.
Continue to put up tape against a good opponent, so that's why I would assume they're still throwing it.
Rudock inside the 15 down to the 11-yard line.
Defense, excuse me.
Home is back in there. Down to the 6. The secondary has as much talent as you'll find anywhere. And the turf monster got him that time. Rudock rifles one for the end zone. And too high for Drake Harris, the sophomore. But now he is today's Capital One player of the game is Jake Rudock. Drake Johnson will cross the past Evan Gardner to get to number 2 on that list. Homa.
Making that forward to defense. Michigan's own Greg Madison.
Drop it off to Smith.
And Madison.
A quick first step, doesn't he? Go.
Looks like they go with real citrus in that Citrus Bowl trophy.
Why not?
It might go bad eventually.
Well, you just replace it. Smith back in at tailback. Works his way off the right side.
Special talent at quarterback. I think Rudock's very good as well. But Beathard, a little better runner. What a snap.
Tough throw, great catch.